Hey guys, Emmer99 here and welcome to the third and final episode of the gravel stage race. Thank you so much for the support on the series so far, and if you've not seen the first two episodes, be sure to check it out. There was some exciting racing between the top riders in the world in gravel terrain. And at the end of 7 stages right now, Tadej Pogačar and Wout van Aert are just separated by milliseconds their same time. With 2 stages to go, when the first one being a 106 kilometer relatively flat stage, it's going to be going right down to the wire. Following this stage in Australia will be the final stage in Argyll and Bute, which will be a very punchy finale in Scotland, but before stage 8 in Australia. The race is underway, the flag is gone, and we are going straight attacking with Verenskjold and Kort Nielsen try the breakaway and try to maybe clinch another stage win. We're also setting Jonas Abrahamsen to the front of the pack. Yeah, here in the first climb right now, Kort Nielsen and Verenskjold up the road. Carapaz have attacked. Obviously, he wants those mountain points. Carapaz has got the first 5 points. However, looking behind, Magnus Kort Nielsen is right now followed by Primož Roglic out of all people. Meanwhile, Verenskjold cannot hold on to the tempo of Richard Carapaz. 20 kilometers have passed and the peloton has increased its pace. As you can see at the energies, Søren Verenskjold with just a little bit of yellow. Hulgaard and Abrahamsen both struggling as well. Here we go, Primož Roglic attacking to get the mountain points and Richard Carapaz have to settle for just 1 point. Obviously, Primož Roglic second place in the KOM standings at the moment. Carapaz got 3rd points today. Ooh, Hulgaard with a puncture for our team. Looking at the energies, he was one of the ones that had energy. And now we try to take some water. Meanwhile, I see Arnaud Demar also with a puncture. Meanwhile, we have attacks in front. Christophe Laporte and Filippo Ganna are attacking. And Remco Evenepoel also attacking. Wow. Meanwhile, look at our energy with Abrahamsen, just 10%. We're still more than halfway to go. And Ganna and Evenepoel are attacking. This is absolutely insane. But Laporte has made the most of the gain so far and is about to catch Primož Roglic, the lone rider in front. Laporte has caught and passed Primož Roglic and now is the lone rider in front. 40 seconds to the attackers and 2 minutes to the peloton. Meanwhile, it's end of the road for Abrahamsen. With 49 kilometers to go, he's about to be dropped from the peloton. As you can see, none of my teammates had energy left. And we have protected Abrahamsen from kilometer 0, but it's just not enough. Here we see Tadej Pogačar, Nils Pollitt is working here, Lascano is also here. Meanwhile, we see more riders dropping. Arnaud Delis is dropping. Victor Campenaerts also struggling. Now, looking at again, after a quick gradient, we see more and more riders dropping, and Stefan Küng, Philipsen struggling, which will lead us to now just 17 riders in front, with just Christophe Laporte in front. Pogačar towards the back of the group, not in the wheel of Wout van Aert, who is in the wheel of Tom Pidcock, and Van der Poel is the most active rider right now. In the finish, we have 10 bony seconds. In the sprint, we also have 4 bony seconds available for this. Let's see what happens. As we approach to intermediate sprint, the riders will be spending a valuable 3 kilometers in the asphalt terrain. Laporte is in front. Meanwhile, Tadej Pogačar is sprinting for these bony seconds with Wout van Aert in the wheel. It's very interesting. 4 bony seconds will be available. Tadej Pogačar right now in front of Wout van Aert. Will a counter-attack come from Wout van Aert? No. And there it is. Tadej Pogačar gets 2 seconds on Wout van Aert and now also has a 2-second lead on him in the general classification. Meanwhile, he's again attacking. Wout van Aert in the wheel. And Tadej Pogačar showing signs of weakness there. But the group is now down to just 6 riders. Matej Mohoric trying to hang on. Ben Healy, the last one to be dropped. And Mats Pedersen is dropped. Tadej Pogačar setting an incredible pace. And now Mathieu van der Poel is attacking. And no one can follow him. Wout van Aert chose not to follow his wheel, but Laporte counters it. What a race at the moment. 25 kilometers still to go, and we have 6 riders in front. Mathieu van der Poel setting the pace, and Laporte is dropping. Oh no! Wout van Aert has a puncture! Wout van Aert has a puncture, and Laporte now waits for him after the wheel change. Can Wout van Aert make it back to the Pogacar group? Meanwhile, Mathieu van der Poel is distancing the red jersey at the moment. Laporte sprinting, trying to get Wout van Aert back to the group of Pogacar. And I think they will be successful. Wout van Aert sprinting it back. And what an effort to be back in this group. Mohoric dropping, Pidcock dropping. Pogacar not feeling good, and Wout van Aert back in the group looking like the favorite, and Pogacar is dropping. Tadej Pogacar is dropping. He cannot get the wheel of Mohoric, and now Wout van Aert increasing the pace, trying to go for the stage victory behind Mathieu van der Poel. What a race at the moment, 16 kilometers to go, and now Wout van Aert is increasing the gap between himself and Pogacar. Pogacar trying his best but cannot catch the Mohoric group. The gaps are not so much, just 15 to 20 seconds between each group, but Wout van Aert is looking good. Pidcock third in the GC, he's also doing good, but Mathieu van der Poel is ahead of him. That's their fight for the podium. Meanwhile, Matej Mohoric is sixth and is also looking good to move into the top 5. Final kilometer, and Mathieu van der Poel is going to record a fascinating win here in McLaren Vale as he sprints towards the line and lifts his arms up in the air. Victory for Mathieu van der Poel. Wout van Aert is going to finish second, and he's just going to lose about 23 seconds, but more importantly moves into the red jersey ahead of Tadej Pogacar before the final stage. And for how many seconds will Pogacar lose? I think that's about 40 seconds. Wow. Meanwhile, for our team, Abrahamsen is going to be finishing nearly outside the top 50. Wow, 51st in this stage, just 100 kilometers, and we've lost over 12 minutes. And here's the podium. Mathieu van der Poel wins the stage 23 seconds ahead of Wout van Aert. But more importantly, in the red jersey, Wout van Aert now has a 39-second lead on Tadej Pogacar. Looking at the results again, it was same time for Wout van Aert, Pidcock and Mohoric actually. Laporte was 2 minutes down in the end. We also look outside the top 10. 6 riders or 7 riders here in 6 minutes 26. Jasper Philipsen, one of them. But in the general classification, looking at Jonas Abrahamsen now 33 minutes down in 18th position. Meanwhile, Matteo Jorgensen is down to 9th. Matej Mohoric up to 5th. I see Remco Evenepoel 10th and Mats Pedersen 11th, 27 minutes down. But it's going to be about Wout van Aert and Tadej Pogacar in our final stage. And here is the final stage. Argyll in Bute in Scotland. 79.3 kilometers, very short but a very punchy stage. The profile doesn't do justice, but the climbs are very, very steep and it's all the way up and down. Looking at the favorites, obviously Tadej Pogacar is first here with his mountain and hill stat, but Wout van Aert has hanged on to his wheel in the gravel mountain stage in Switzerland, so it's a very open game and I'm very excited to see who will take the crown. Stage is underway and Jonas Abrahamsen, we're attacking with him. Bit of a move, we're already 33 minutes down already, 18th place, and the riders that are following us, Roglic, Carapaz, Bilbao and Skelmose, and now we have an 8-rider breakaway. And here is the Dunoon climb that I was talking about. There's obviously going to be points here, so we will also see a KOM battle between these riders. Meanwhile, the peloton, we try to just protect our riders here, but honestly, the profile is so hard that I'm not really expecting anything. Richard Carapaz behind this group and I think dropping towards the back here. Meanwhile, we're trying to hang on. The blue jersey Richard Carapaz is struggling. Roglic is in front, obviously pacing 5 points in each climb today. Rui Costa now trying to pace Carapaz back. He's now sprinting back. I don't know what the problem was. He's got 41 points. Meanwhile, in front, Primož Roglic is second. And yeah, Roglic is going to take the points in the Dunoon climb. And he will make 5 more points to his Skelmozo's third. He gets 3 points and Carapaz has to settle for 1 point. And now Richard Carapaz just 10 points in front of Primož Roglic. And second KOM climb, and it's the same story. Primož Roglic seems to be getting the 5 points. Skelmoze is actually trying to get the points from him, but Roglic will be the first again. Another 5 points to the bag. Meanwhile, Richard Carapaz cannot get any points, and now the gap's just down to 5. Again at a KOM point here, and Primož Roglic is leading again. This time Richard Carapaz is competitive, but with 400 meters to go, I don't think he's going to be able to get the full points, and he's only just going to get 1 point here. Primož Roglic gets 5, and now the gap's just down to 1. Meanwhile, in the peloton, Romain Bardet and John Degenkolb, what? They're right now in front, and we've got more attacks here. But the peloton's pace is very, very low. Tratnik in front. O'Connor, obviously, 87th here. Alaphilippe, Asgreen, Bardet. I mean, these guys can attack. And again, another KOM sprint. We join with Primož Roglic attacking once again. And Primož Roglic again in front. Van Poppel doing his best to block. But this time, Skelmose comes around and takes 5 points. With 2 KOM gates to go, now the gap's just down to 1 point between Roglic and Richard Carapaz. Meanwhile, Matthias Skelmose is at 38 points, although his chances are very, very slim. Penultimate KOM here, and this time Skelmose is the first one to attack. He's now risking it, but Primož Roglic does have the acceleration to move in front once again. And if Primož Roglic takes it, he might be able to secure the jersey, as Richard Carapaz gets no points from it. Let's check the provisional standings. Skelmose gets 3 points, and now the gap is 6. And Primož Roglic, what a ride. He's done his hard work and he wins the blue jersey. Now we're at the final climb with 16 kilometers to go with the peloton. They're 10 minutes behind. Some domestics are tired, but no attacks between Wout van Aert and Tadej Pogačar. Wout van Aert has a 39 seconds lead, and he's more than happy to sit off Tadej Pogačar's wheel. Meanwhile, in front now, it's a battle for the stage win. Primož Roglic looked ever so strong, but will the others be able to get the stage win? Skelmose in the wheel of Primož Roglic, again attacking in this Colorage climb. And Primož Roglic with another acceleration. Only Skelmose is able to follow, and Pello Bilbao, he cannot follow at all. It's going to be Roglic against Skelmose for the stage win. Just 500 meters for the final categorized climb, and it will be a one-on-one battle for the win. Looking behind in the peloton, we've got Hulgaard with a lot of energy, and oh, actually Primož Roglic with another attack, and Skelmose, he's dropping him in the descent. Meanwhile, I'm going back again to the peloton to check on what's happening here. Tadej Pogačar is not attacking. Meanwhile, it's the Visma Lease Bike Domestics who are leading the peloton, and Primož Roglic, meanwhile, with 500 meters to go, is going to record a fantastic victory. He's also got the blue jersey and a stage win to his name. Looking behind again, the final climb is about to be completed, and this means Wout van Aert is ever so close to being the best gravel cyclist and being the winner of this gravel mini tour, as Mathieu van der Poel is the one attacking. Wout van Aert is following him with the Visma Lease Bike Domestics. He's got 4 domestics here. What a ride. What a team ride by Wout van Aert and Team Visma Lease Bike. Meanwhile, Pogačar is hardly ever following Van Aert's wheel. The peloton's now down to 20, so definitely a very, very tough pace. But just 1.5 kilometers to go. Wout van Aert is about to win the gravel stage race, and what a victory it's going to be by him. Tadej Pogačar trying to sprint. Meanwhile, Mathieu van der Poel gets 7th place. Wout van Aert crosses the line in red, and he's going to win the gravel mini tour. Meanwhile, we've got Tadej Pogačar obviously finishing 2nd. Tom Pidcock, good result from him, but he has to settle for 4th place behind Mathieu van der Poel, who finishes 3rd. And here are the podiums. Primož Roglic wins the stage, 53 seconds on Matthias Skelmose, but the general classification is our talk, and Wout van Aert wins it by 39 seconds on Tadej Pogačar and 4 minutes 39 on Mathieu van der Poel. What a win. Primož Roglic also takes the blue polka dot jersey from the final stage, and points classification goes to Wout van Aert with 181 points. Young rider classification goes to Tom Pidcock and the team for Visma Lease Bike. But that is the end of the gravel stage race. I really hope you enjoyed it. I think it was very fun, and after 31 hours of riding in gravel, just the 39 seconds was the difference between Tadej Pogacar and Wout van Aert, and he's now officially the best gravel cyclist according to Pro Cycling Manager. Mathieu van der Poel came third with great stats, and he was able to hang on to the mountains pretty good as well, because we've not just got the flat stages but also the mountain stage in Switzerland. In the end, from our team, Jonas Abrahamsen finishes 15th. We've also had a stage win to our name as well, with Soren Varenskjold winning the second stage. That was very fun. If you've enjoyed this series, and I hope you do, leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any Pro Cycling Manager content. It was me, Emery99. Pleasure to have you watch these videos, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.